Turning our attention now to a contentious move by President Biden yesterday. He vetoed a bipartisan bill that would have reinstated tariffs on certain solar panels made by Chinese companies and brought into the U.S. in violation of trade rules. Biden said the bill interfered with American innovation, but Republicans and some Democrats have said that his move fails American manufacturers. While some environmental groups support Biden's move, the U.S. has previously accused the Chinese regime of committing genocide in a region of the country where much of the world's key solar panel material originates. Earlier today, I spoke with environmental attorney Steve Malloy for his analysis. Steve Malloy, welcome to our show. Thanks so much for coming on.
Hey, thanks for having me, Steph.
Now, President Biden vetoing this bipartisan bill, it's designed to protect American workers in the solar panel industry against Chinese competition. But Biden actually says it does the opposite. What's your take on it?
Well, I'm just absolutely appalled that Biden is not going to institute tariffs or take other action against these, Uyghur slave labor made panels. I think 70% of the panels come out of China are made by slave labor. And Joe Biden is okay with that. And I think that's just appalling. And then, he further gaslights us by saying that, oh, this is actually going to help the U.S. solar industry. Well, this is not going to help U.S. solar manufacturers. I mean, it may help, people who are installing panels or want panels installed, but it's not going to help the manufacturing industry. But the whole thing is just really appalling to start with.
As you mentioned, there's a humanitarian aspect here, which is very blatant, and which is why partly that this bill had such bipartisan support. Why do you think Biden has chosen this action?
I'm not quite sure what action the Biden administration has taken against China. Past solar panels, the Biden administration is moving to make us even more dependent on China through its electric vehicle mandates and other spending of the Inflation Reduction Act for wind and solar. I mean, that money is actually going to go to communist China. And all we're doing is enriching and empowering our main geopolitical rival and aiding and abetting these crimes against humanity that communist China is committing.
Considering the bipartisan nature of this bill, what do you expect lawmakers to do? Do you expect them to push back again?
Well, I guess there is some slight chance that Biden's veto could be overridden. If Kevin McCarthy could make the right deals with the right people and put some pressure on the Senate, it could happen. I mean, I doubt it. We just have to keep spotlighting how the Biden administration is just making us more and more dependent on communist China and overlooking all the problems that are going on over there. I mean, it's pretty clear that our economy is way too dependent on China, and no one is doing anything about it. And then you have all these, just insults to humanity going on. And, the Biden administration, which is, worried about all sorts of social issues here, is not worried about social issues there. I'm hoping that Republicans in Congress continue down this road of trying to take action against this to stop this. And then ultimately, voters in 2024 are just going to have to decide, do we really want more of this?
Steve Malloy, thank you so much. Really appreciate your insights.
All right, Steph, thank you.